Righty, any pain injuries before we start? Good? Okay. Good day, everyone. This is Stephen Chang coming to you live from 333 Grand in downtown Jersey City, New Jersey. Please visit my website, simhayoga.com, for the hybrid schedule, which is in person here at 333 Grand as well as through Zoom. You can register for class through ubindi.com, and if you're watching this on YouTube, classes are $10, and you can pay through Venmo, PayPal. Payment information on the bottom of the video as well as my website, simhayoga.com. Today's class is Mobility Flow. It is a level 1 class. We're concentrating on mobility and flexibility through specific drills. If you're working with any kind of special conditions or limitations, make sure that you do modify or skip poses altogether, making good decisions about your movement practice so that you don't create any injuries or perpetuate any injuries. Now, if your hips or your low back are tight, please elevate and sit up on some blocks or some blankets, and it'll make it easier for you to find a lengthy, tall spine when you sit up. All right, palms face up, and the fingers come to Jnana Mudra, thumb and index fingers touching. And as you ground evenly through your seat, elongate through your spine, and let your inhales even out with your exhales. Smoothing out the breath with the mind to start to quiet. Three ohms together. Inhale. Keeping the eyes closed, hands together in prayer in front of the heart, pressing your thumbs into your heart, heart back into the thumbs, lifting the heart up toward the sky, setting your intention for yoga practice, devoting your practice to someone or something or to yourself, your supreme self that lives within your heart, chanting the mantra of purification, purifying the space in which you practice yoga. Call and response. Om Pavitraha, Om Pavitraha, Pavitrawa, Pavitrawa, Sarva Vushtan, Gatopiwa, Yaha Smarit, Pundrikaksham, Sapahya, Bihyendraha, Suchihi. Beginning to open the eyes and let the palms face up, fingers come back to Jnana Mudra. Inhale, lengthen through the spine. Exhale, right ear to the right shoulder. Right hand to the left side of the head, pull gently to elongate. And then draw the chin toward the right shoulder and continue to pull gently to the back of the head so you're stretching your neck. Release, back to center, drop the right hand. Left ear to the left shoulder, left hand to the right side. And then take the chin toward the left shoulder. Release, back to center, drop the left hand, chin toward the chest. Big circles with the head in one direction, Big circles in one direction. And chin back toward the chest and pause. And then taking the opposite direction. And then chin back toward the chest again. Lifting the chin parallel to the floor in neutral spine. Extend the legs forward, separating your feet, hands supporting to either side, and turn your toes toward each other, and then roll them out. Draw in, roll out, draw in. Outer rotation, circling the ankles. So you're moving your hip joints, knee joints, ankle joints. And back to center, switch them around, inner rotations, opposite direction. All right, so think of your yoga practice as a math equation, right? What you do to one side, you do equally to the other side. Come back to center. Cross your shins again, but take the opposite shin on top. So this is your non-dominant crossing of the legs. It might feel a little bit awkward. It might feel a little bit tighter than the first side, all right? So this is your non-dominant side. Inhale, take the arms up high and extend. Exhale, twist to the right. Inhale, back to center, arms up. Exhale, twist to your left. Back to center again, arms up. Side bends, right hand down, left arm overhead. Take it back up, other side. Take it back up again, legs forward, forward fold, raising the arms up high and reach forward to grab your feet, ankles or your shins. Now, lengthen your spine and keep a neutral spine. So lift the chest and take a neutral spine. With that neutral spine, hinge at the hips to draw forward. So in the forward fold, try to avoid roundedness and shoulder shrugging, right? You want a neutral spine and then going only as far forward as you can manage so you can feel for the lower back stretch. Alternatively, you can always bend your knees and that will reduce the tension to your hamstrings and your lower back so you can find that lengthy spine and hinge forward once again. All right, release, coming back up. Draw the left heel in and the right heel back, and this is a letter S with your legs. Good. Walk your hands over to the left side. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, twist and bow forward halfway. Stop at the halfway point. Inhale again. Exhale, twist a little bit deeper. So you can put your stuff over there and take a spot either side. Good morning, guys. I'm Steven. Hi, Estefania and Evan. I know I'm still pronouncing your name wrong because Kara said it in a different way. I'm trying to get it. Inhale, back to center. Exhale, counter twist to the right. Inhale, back to center again. Left hand to your floor. Right arm is up. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, side bending to your left. Inhale, back to center. Take the right arm forward and bend your right elbow. Inhale, draw the right elbow back. Exhale, twist to your left. Inhale, draw the right elbow back. Exhale, twist to your left. Inhale, draw back. Exhale, twist. Two more times. Inhale, draw back. Exhale, twist. Inhale, draw back. Exhale, twist. Stay here twisting. Keep your left hand supporting, right hand to your outer left leg, and press into your leg to deepen the twist. So Elizabeth, right hand to your left knee and pull right hand, left knee. Yeah, good. And twist. Oh, and also I think yin. You have the wrong leg. Left leg. Yeah. There you go. Coming back. All right, let's switch. All right, so listen up, right? Right heel comes in, left leg goes back. So it's a reverse letter S with your legs. Okay? Elizabeth, switch legs. Right leg forward, left heel back. All right? Let's make sure we had it right. Okay, good. Right? So look at your legs. Reverse letter S, okay? Walk your hands over to the right side. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, twist and bow forward halfway. Stop at the halfway point. Inhale again. Exhale, twist deeper. Bow forward a little bit more. Inhale, back to center. Exhale, counter twist to your left. Back to center again. Right hand comes to the floor. Left arm is up. And then side bending over to the right. Take it back up to vertical. Reach your left arm forward and bend your left elbow. Okay, and we're good. Inhale, draw the left elbow back. Exhale, twist to the right. So all these are mobility drills. Draw the left elbow back. Exhale, twist to the right. Inhale, draw back. Exhale, twist right. Inhale, draw back. Exhale, twist right. One more time. Inhale, draw back. Exhale, twist right, and stay twisting. Use your left hand to the top of the right leg for resistance. Pull against your right leg and twist deeper. And take it back to center. And then let's take soles of feet together, knees apart, and support with your hands to either side, and just butterfly your knees a little bit. All right, come back to stillness. Grab the ankles. Draw the heels in a little bit closer. Then inhale, lengthen your spine. Exhale, forward fold. If you have the elbows pressing to your inner thighs, you can use that as a way to give you more hip opening. All right, inhale, come back up. All right, I'm going to move you guys a little bit. You're quite close since we have the space. I think, Kara, you move that way a little bit. You see me much better. You can stay there, and then let's move you wider. All right, so you see how you guys are like so close to each other, bumping into each other. I think this is good. All right, so I just want everybody to see me. All right, so swing the legs back behind you. Come to your hands and your knees. Okay, now everybody's here. Take the hands about shoulders width, palms are flat, your middle fingers point straight forward. And then your knees are about hips width, and line up the knees with the hips, vertical line. So taking some cat-cows, toes are tucked under. Inhale, draw the navel down, raise your tail, raise the back of the head, and this is your cow pose. It's an arching of your spine, it's a back bend. Exhale, round the spine, chin toward the chest, dome the middle of the back up toward the sky. So this is a forward bend, opening up the back bodies. Inhale, draw the navel down, raise your tail, raise the back of the head, cow pose. Exhale, round the spine, cat pose. Inhale, cow. Exhale, cat. Inhale, cow. Exhale, cat. One more time. Inhale, cow. Exhale, cat. Come back to neutral spine, tuck the toes under, lift the knees, down dog. You know what, Kara? I kind of feel like I still don't see you and you still don't see me, right? So maybe let's take this spot for you. And this way, for sure, you're going to see me. I'm sorry about that. I just want to make sure you guys are new, that I take care of you, and that I see you, okay? Much better. All right. Inhale, raise your right leg up, three-legged dog. Exhale, right knee in toward the nose, around the spine. Let's do that 3 times. Inhale, kick your right leg up. Exhale, draw the right knee in toward the nose. One more time. Kick it up. Right knee in toward the nose. Kick the right leg up. Open up the hips and bend the right knee. This is what I call a sideward scorpion. Right knee is reaching up, left heel is reaching down as you stack your hips. Raise your right leg back up, stepping your right foot forward. Warrior 1. Ground the back heel down. Rise up and extend. And make sure toes are pointing forward. Right knee lines up over the heel. Torso is facing forward. Arms up high. Inhale. Lengthen front leg. Reach up high. Bend the front knee. Arms alongside. 3 times. Lengthen and reach up. Bend the front knee. Arms alongside. Yin. Make sure you lengthen. Lengthen front leg and reach up. There you go. Bend the front knee. Arms alongside. 2 more times. Lengthen, reach up. Bend the front knee. Arms alongside. Lengthen, reach up. Keep the arms reaching. Bend the front knee. Keep the arms reaching up. Bend the front knee for warrior 1. So, Estefania. Back heel comes down to the floor. That's a warrior. All right, just clarify. When your heel is down at an angle, that's a warrior. When your heel is up, it's a lunge, right? So warrior, always down. Exhale. Open up the arms. Open up the hips for warrior 2. Open up the other way. Good. Same thing here. Lengthen front leg. Reach up high. Bend the front knee, warrior 2. So 5 times. Lengthen, reach up. Bend the front knee, warrior 2. Lengthen, reach up. Warrior 2. Lengthen, reach up. Warrior 2. One more. Lengthen, reach up. Warrior two. Stay here, Estefania. Toes pointing straight forward. Right toes, front toes, front toes. Point straight forward. There you go. Front knee of the heel. So your leg, 90 degrees. The foot has to point forward. If you turn the foot in and you bend your knee, you could hurt your knee. So if you turn the foot forward, you're in alignment, it's safer. Reverse warrior, right arm up and back. Exhale, side angle. Right arm to top of the right leg to modify. If you can touch your hand to the floor comfortably, take the hand down, left arm up. Inhale all the way back up, reverse warrior, right arm up and back. And then hands to the floor, right foot stepping back, plank. Inhale, one breath. Exhale, lower all the way down to the belly. This is your 3 progressive cobras, hands alongside the rib cage. Lift up, baby cobra. So your belly and your lower ribs stay on the floor. So it's a lower back bend. Exhale, lower almost all the way down. Inhale, lift up into a halfway up. Belly, lower ribs away from the floor. Exhale, lower almost all the way down. Inhale, lift up all the way. If you have full extension, take it. If that's a little bit deep, keep your elbows bending. So this is your cobra pose. Exhale, lower all the way down. Child's pose. Seat toward the heels and fold. Walk your hands in, sitting on top of the shins, seat toward the heels. Reach your arms forward. On the inhale, open up the arms, lift the chest, gaze upwards. Exhale, round the spine as you reach your arms forward. Inhale, open, expand, back bend. Exhale, round the spine, reach your arms forward. 5 times. Inhale, open. Exhale, round. Inhale, open. Exhale, round. Last one. Inhale, open. Exhale, round. Reach your arms up, lengthen your spine, then hands to the floor. Down dog. Tuck your toes, lift the knees, walk it back. Inhale, left heel up, 3-legged dog. Left knee in toward the nose and round, 3 times. Inhale, kick up. Left knee in toward the nose. Inhale, kick up. Left knee in toward the nose. Kick it up, open up the hips, bend the left knee, sideward scorpion. Left knee is reaching up, right heel is reaching down. Raise your left leg back up, square off your hips, step the left foot forward. Warrior 1. So the left toes, let's check that, right? Toes pointing forward means the inside of the foot is parallel to the side of the mat, pointing the toes forward. Knee over the heel, legs are roughly 90 degrees. They don't have to be 90. Back heel is grounding to the floor, and these are warrior poses, okay? Inhale, lengthen front leg, reach up high. Bend the front knee, arms alongside, 5 times. Lengthen, reach up. Bend the front knee, arms alongside. Lengthen, reach up. Bend the front knee. Lengthen, reach up. Bend the front knee, last one. Lengthen, reach up. Keep the arms reaching up. Bend the front knee, so warrior 1. Open it up. Warrior 2. Same thing here. Lengthen front leg, reach up. Bend the front knee, warrior 2. Lengthen, reach up. Warrior 2. Lengthen, reach up. Warrior 2. 2 more. Lengthen, reach up. Warrior 2. Lengthen, reach up. Warrior 2. Reverse warrior. Left arm up and back. And then side angle. Left arm to top of the left leg if you need to modify. Left hand to the floor if you can touch down comfortably. Right arm reaching up. Inhale all the way back up. Reverse warrior. And then hands to the floor, left foot stepping back, plank. Inhale, 1 breath. Exhale, lower all the way down to the belly. So 3 progressive cobras again, every time a little higher. Inhale, lift up, baby cobra. So your belly, lower ribs stay on the floor. Exhale, lower almost all the way down. Inhale, lift up a little bit higher. Belly, lower ribs away from the floor. Exhale, lower almost all the way down. Lift up even higher. If you have full extension of your arms, take it for your cobra. And bend the elbows all the way down. Child's pose. Seat toward the heels and fold. Walk your hands in, sitting on top of the shins once again. And kneeling, good. All right, take the arms out in what I call cactus. Your elbows are bending. Now, make sure your hands are very active, right? And your arms are very active. On the exhale, draw the arms in toward each other. So you're spreading the upper back, contracting the front. Inhale, draw the arms out and as far back as you can. So now you're spreading the front, contracting the back. 5 times. Draw the arms in. So make sure your arms are very active. Inhale, open. Exhale, draw in. Inhale, open. Exhale, draw in. Inhale, open. Exhale, draw in. Inhale, open this time. Exhale, draw in. Draw the arms as close toward each other again, really feeling for the spread of the upper back. So it's as if you're at the gym, right, using that machine that goes like this, right? So your arms have to be active so that you're activating your arms and shoulders. Inhale, draw the arms out and go as far back as you can. So you're working on the range of motion in your shoulders and strengthening of your upper back. And release, arms alongside. Inhale, reach up, so that's just to give you a rest. And cactus your arms again. This time, you're going to roll the hands forward and down as far back as you can. And then forward and up as far back as you can. Forward and down. Forward and up. Make sure your arms are active, your hands are active. Forward and down. Forward and up. Forward and down. Forward and up. Beginning to feel that burn, right? Forward and down. Forward and up. Reach your arms up. Hands to the floor. Walk your hands forward. Down dog. All right? So even simple movements, when you repeat them and you're activating your limbs, right, your muscles, then you get a lot of heat and a lot of work into those muscles. Inhale, raise your right leg up, 3-legged dog. Exhale, right knee in toward the nose and round. This time, kick your right leg up, open up the hips and bend the right knee. The right knee goes to the outside of the right arm and touch. So you're hovering in space. Right arm, good. Kick it back up, 3-legged dog. Knee comes into twist and touch your left arm. Kick back up. Stepping your right foot forward. Warrior 1, arms up high. So stay in your warrior 1 for a second. So I want to demonstrate that, right? So we took the leg up to center. Leg up, open up the hips, bend the knee, and knee to the outside of the arm. Kick it back up. Knee inside and twist. So you're going in different directions, okay? So switch legs, Estefania. Right leg up, right leg forward. All right, wrap the hands back behind you. Interlace your fingers. Broaden your shoulders. Look up for the back bend. And then bow forward, devotional warrior, crown of the head to the inside of the foot. Inhale, take it back up, warrior 1. Then take the left hand to grab the right wrist. Notice the palm of the left hand facing up to catch your right wrist. That essentially shortens your left arm so that when you pull, you're lengthening your right arm, side bending to your left. So you're shortening your left arm to lengthen your right. Inhale back to center. Switch sides. Right palm facing up to catch your left wrist. Pull up, side bend to the right. Come back to center. Warrior 1. Open it up. Warrior 2. Triangle pose. Lengthen out the right leg. So Stefania, turn the toes forward. Toes always forward. Triangle. Right hand to top of the right shin or the hand to the floor. Left arm up. Inhale all the way back up. Reverse triangle. Bend the front knee, hands to the floor. Right foot stepping back, plank. This time, we're going to take a full push-up. Inhale, 1 breath. Exhale, push-up for Chaturanga. Inhale, forward and up for up dog. Roll it back for down dog. Left heel up, 3-legged dog. Left knee in toward the nose and round. Inhale, kick up, open up the hips and bend the left knee. Left knee to the outside of the left arm and touch. Kick it back up. Knee comes into twist and touch your right arm. Kick it back up. Stepping your left foot forward. Warrior 1. Wrap the hands back behind you. Interlace with the non-dominant thumb on top. So it's the other thumb on top. Gaze up. Bow forward, devotional warrior. So notice at the beginning of class, I had said, treat your yoga practice as a math equation. What you do to one side, you do equally to the other side. That is the same with your interlacing of the hands. If you interlace with the hands, there's always one side that is dominant that you do without thinking. So I want you to find the other thumb on top. All right, inhale, take it all the way back up. Warrior one. All right, so I want you guys to do first the wrong way so that you can compare it with the right way. So left arm reaching up, you're going to take the right hand. Just grab your wrist in this kind of like regular orientation and pull up. Notice what that feels like. But now you're going to take the hand, rotate the palm to face up, and then catch your left wrist, and then pull up. What does your right arm feel like? What does your left arm feel like? Doesn't it feel like you're activating your right arm a little bit more? And doesn't it feel like you're getting more length out of your left arm? The reason is because essentially you're shortening your arm by rotating your palm up. If you're going this way to grab your wrist, you have the full extension of the arm. If you rotate the palm facing up to grab the wrist, you shorten this right arm so that now when you pull, you can lengthen more. Side bending right. Right? So does that make sense? I hope that you can feel the difference, right? Inhale, take it up. Second side. So again, let's take it wrong. Left hand in this orientation, grab the hand, pull up, and side bend. Right? This doesn't feel right. But if you take your hand, rotate the palm up, and then take the wrist, pull up, you're going to get a lot more length out of the right side. Take it back up, warrior one. Open it up, warrior two. Triangle, lengthen out the front leg. Take the left hand to the top of the shin to modify. If you can touch down comfortably, left hand to your floor, right arm up. Inhale, take it all the way back up. Reverse, triangle. Then bend the front knee, hands to the floor. Left foot stepping back, plank. Now stay in your plank. Let's everyone take the knees down. I want you to think about the elbow creases. When your elbow creases are facing each other and you bend your elbows, the elbows go outwardly. This is wrong. This is wrong. All right? So I just want to note this is wrong. What you want to do is the elbow creases, press into your hands, and roll the elbows forward so when you bend, the elbows go back. That's the correct way. All right? So when you go outwardly, when your elbows do not line up over your wrists, you have no power in your arms. If you roll the elbows forward and you bend the elbows and you have a vertical line, this is where your chaturanga is. This is where your power is. When you're bone stacking here, that's your pose. If your elbows out to the side, you have no strength. All right? So let's take it again. Plank pose. Press your palms to the floor. Roll the eyes of the elbows forward. Tip the body forward by about 2 inches so that when you bend your elbows, you line up with a vertical line. That's a proper push-up. Roll forward and up into an up dog. Exhale, down dog. Come onto your knees again. So now let's take that into a test. What I call bone stacking, or what most people call bone stacking in the industry, is when you have vertical lines. When you bone stack, shoulder, elbows, wrists, vertical line. Your bones are stacking one over the other. You have a lot of strength. You can hold this here in a plank. You know, we've heard people talk about holding planks for 5 minutes, 10 minutes, half an hour, whatever. Imagine trying to hold a plank like this. Impossible. Not for long, right? So I want you to test it with me. Let's take the hands into a plank. We're going to bend the elbows outwards and do it wrong. And we're going to hold it here and see how long we can hold it for. Right? We're dying already after 1 or 2 breaths. Right? Now, I want you to come back and do it right. Stack your shoulders over your wrists and roll the elbows forward. Tip forward a little bit and bend the elbows. And we're going to hold it here. So even Evan, actually your hands are a little bit narrow. Widen them out. Nope. widen them out. That's shoulder's width for you, okay? And then let's do that again. You see how Estefania, right? You're holding it for that long and you're still holding it. If your elbows are bent the other way, you would not have been able to hold it for that long. So that's what I'm trying to illustrate. When you have bone stacking, the bones help you to hold weight. If your bones are not stacking, you're using muscle. It's going to be harder, right? Okay, down dog. I'll give you another example in a little bit. All right, inhale, raise your right leg up, three-legged dog. Stepping, your right foot forward, left knee comes down, crescent moon. Now, if your knees are sensitive, right, and you need extra padding to your left knee, you can take your mat, left side folding towards center, will essentially double up your mat. So if you need extra padding, you can take it. Otherwise, if you're good without the extra padding, that's fine, stay there. Then walk your hands to the top of the thighs and lunge your hips forward. When you lunge your hips forward, I want you to find, again, bone stacking, a vertical line here. And that will give you a lot of support. As you lunge forward, you're going to get the stretch into your left quads. Let's take both hands to your thighs, press your hands into your thighs, and lean the upper torso back. Think about your belly drawing away from your thighs, and that's the back bend. You're going to stay here with the hands supporting for a few breaths. Okay? Now, if you want the hands continuing to support, stay here. If you can free up your hands, arms up. I like to take Venus Mudra, interlacing the other fingers, your index fingers pointing, and reaching arms up and back. Three more breaths. Right, if you hold it for a while, right? So actually, yin, you should be folding it the other way. The left side folding towards center would double up your mat on the left side, right? All right, we're going to come out of it, so you can skip it. We're going to come out of it, okay? Hands to either side of the right foot, tuck the left toes under, and now you're going to lengthen over the right leg the best you can. Now, if your hamstrings are tight, you can keep a bend of the knee. And then once you have the bending of the knee and the hand supporting, you're going to look to lengthen the right leg the best you can. All right, if that's not there for you, that's okay. Just keep your hands supporting. All right, normally if I had blocks in here, I would say use hands to the blocks, right, as an extension of your arms. Since we have no blocks, do the best you can to lengthen out the front leg. Yin, I will walk your foot in a little bit as well. Good. And then with that, try to lengthen out the front leg. Yeah, better. Hey, Elizabeth, same with you. Walk the foot in a little bit. Yeah, good. Stay there, and then see if you can walk your hands back a little bit, and then look to lengthen the front leg the best you can. All right, if you have tight hamstrings, this could be quite difficult, right? All right, let's break. Bend the front knee. Left hand stays down. You're still on your left tiptoes, okay? Raise your right arm up, twisting. Elizabeth, the other way, yeah. Then right hand behind you, half bind, and use that resistance of the right hand to lower back to draw the front of the right shoulder up and back. Right, using the resistance of the hand to lower back can help you draw the front of the right shoulder up and back more effectively. All right, let's release. Right hand back down to the floor. Warrior one. Ground the back heel so you're nice and secure, and rise up to warrior one, and then open it up to warrior two. Inhale, reverse warrior. Hands to the floor. All right, right foot stepping back plank. Inhale, one breath. Exhale, push up, chaturanga. So again, think about rolling the eyes of the elbows forward, bend the elbows back in space as opposed to outwardly, and then lift up and back, down dog. Left leg up, three-legged dog. Stepping, your left foot forward, right knee comes down, crescent moon. So this time, if you need extra padding, it's your right side folding towards center. So the left foot does not need extra padding. It's the right knee that takes the weight, right? So once you have that, good. Walk your hands to the top of the thighs. Lunge your hips forward to get into the quad stretch. Press your hands into your thighs. Think about your belly drawing away from your thighs by leaning your upper torso back. And we're going to hold it here for a few breaths. You may stay here, or if you took the arms up, Venus Mudra, index fingers pointing, interlacing all the other fingers. This is your crescent moon, Kapyasana. All righty, starting to release. Hands to either side of the left foot, tuck the right toes under, lift the right knee. So again, if you need to adjust, right, walk the right foot in a little bit closer so that with your hands to either side of the left foot, you can lengthen out the front leg more effectively. All right, so if you don't have the front leg fully extended, that's okay. Just look to lengthen a little bit more as you breathe into it. All right, bend the front knee again. You can adjust your right foot further back again. Right hand to the floor, left arm up to twist. Even switch hands, yeah. Right hand down, left arm up. Left hand comes to the floor, ground the back heel down, and rise up, warrior one. Open it up, warrior two. Reverse warrior. Hands to the floor, left foot stepping back plank. So let's everyone do it together. Palms are flat, middle fingers point forward. The eyes of the elbows rotate forward. Shift the entire body forward about 2 inches. When you bend your elbows, line up your elbows over your wrists, and that's your chaturanga. Then forward and up to an up dog. Exhale, down dog. Let's come forward into a plank again and lower all the way down to the belly. Sphinx pose. You're going to walk the hands forward, lower your forearms down. Grab opposite elbows, so that's about shoulders width. Then take the forearms back down. Forearms are parallel to each other. Then check that your shoulders and your elbows are roughly vertical to each other, so you end up with 90 degrees with your arms. All right, so I'll give you an illustration. When your arms are too far forward, you're going to collapse. Again, there's no strength in your arms. It's even worse when your elbows are back. You're going to feel like you're compressed. However, if you line this up properly, you feel very strong and very lifted, okay, very supported. Now, with your arms down, press your belly and your lower ribs toward the floor, and that will give you a sense of a flattening of your lower back. Then with that, press your forearms down and lift your chest, and that will give you your mid-back bend. The gaze looking slightly down toward the floor ahead of you, because if you look straight forward, you're crunching the back of the neck, you're compressing. If you look down slightly, you're more neutral with your neck, and that should feel a lot nicer to hold here as you maintain your pose. Ruby, elbows in just a little bit, elbows in just a little bit. There you go. Walk your hands in a little bit as well. Good. That's parallel. Good. Estefania, is that right? Estefania, okay. Regular, okay. Elbows in a little bit. That's right. Good. Right, so this is your Sphinx pose, like in Egypt, right? So this is the mid-back bend as you release your lower back. Now, I want you to think about reaching your toes back and extending the legs, but without squeezing your glutes, right? So I don't want you to overuse or overactivate your glutes. I want you to actively reach back, but release your glutes. Now, when you release your glutes, you might feel that your lower back is also releasing. So it's a very subtle movement here, right? Right, so in your yoga practice, we're just going to hold it here a little bit because it's really important for us to have that mid-back bend. With our yoga practice, it's not only about our external activity, it's also about the subtleties of our movements, right? So it's not always about effort, but in our yoga practice, it's a balance between effort and ease. So while you're extending, it's not all just always stiffness, right? It's also softness and subtlety and suppleness, right? So here is where you have extension of the legs, your legs are active, but release your glutes so that you're not over-activating your glutes. All right, so to come out of the pose, you're going to press into your hands, lift the elbows up just a little bit so that your elbows can go outwardly to lower your chest. Walk your hands back alongside the rib cage, nice and slow into your child's pose. So as you lift your seat, nice and slow, because we're holding that back bend for a long time. You don't want to go now into a forward bend too quickly. So nice and slow to stretch it out. And walk your hands in, again, coming to a kneeling position. With your hands on the floor, you're going to walk your hands slightly back, ground the palms if you can. Then press your hands down, broaden your shoulders, lift your chest, squeeze your shoulder blades toward each other, but keep the gaze looking forward this time. So I want you to stretch the back of the neck as well as broaden your shoulders from the front and then contracting the upper back. Now keep the shape of your torso and your arms, and then you can draw the head back and release your head if you want. Gently start to lift the head again, looking forward. Then press into your fingers, start to draw back up to vertical. Walk your hands forward, tuck the toes under, yogic squat. Lift the knees, walk your feet out a little bit wider, about max width. Toes are turned out, heels are turned in. Try to keep the heels down if you can as you bend your knees and draw the seat toward the heels and hands together in prayer. Now, if you're not very flexible and you have to stay on your tiptoes, then I want you to keep your hands on the floor for support. All right? Without your hands in a tiptoe position, it's quite vulnerable, right? You might lose your balance. All right? So, Evan, walk your feet wider. Walk your feet yeah. And then see if you can draw the heels further down as you lean back. There you go. Right? So note this. If your heels are together, it's going to be harder for you to squat. If you walk your feet wider, then you can draw the heels down more readily, right? And then you can take the heels down more comfortably and the seat down more comfortably. Thus you can. You might want to take your block and sit on the block, right? Then that way you can lift your hands. Okay, good. And then walk your feet out. Good. And then let everyone stay here. Wider if you need, okay? If you're good there, stay there. All right, so we as Westerners in general are not squatting enough, and we're not getting the flexibility in the hips and the lower back enough, and the knees and the quads. So it's really important for us to do more squatting. Also, not that we have monkey bars at home, we need to also do more hanging with the arms. And that will help us decompress the spine and the hips. Three more breaths. Ruby, since you have so much flexibility, I'm going to challenge you a little bit. Walk your heels in closer and see. Yes, go as far as you can. Okay, that's good enough. Stay there. I'm going to challenge myself. That's tough to balance. I'm like shaking, trying to balance. Okay, this is much more comfortable for me. I'll stay here. Right? Yes, trying, right? It's so much harder, right? When you take the feet parallel and keep your feet closer. So much harder. So it's all depending on your body, right? What you can manage. And also, if you keep doing movements like this, it'll get a little bit easier because you're gaining flexibility. And also, you're learning to coordinate. All right, take the hands to the floor. Gently lift the feet up. And walk your feet out about hips width distance, which is roughly about 2 fists, okay? Right? Depending on who you talk to, some people say it's 1/5, some people say it's 2/5. 2/5 is much more comfortable for me. All right, so we're going to come out of the forward fold safely. Right, so that's a technique I like to use. Hands on the floor. Bend the knees, let the feet drop a little bit. Not all the way down, just a little bit. Then with your hands supporting, lift the head, lift the upper back. So now your spine in a more neutral position, and the muscles along the back are supporting your spine. Shift back toward the heels, and with the strength of the quads and a neutral spine, make your way up to a standing position. Right? So as an example, have you ever been told if you're picking up a box with weights, don't use your back, but use your legs, right? The reason is because your legs are stronger than your back. So if you have weight and you use your legs and neutral spine, then when you come up, you don't injure your back. Consider this. If in a forward fold, you use your back, if you have a slightly compromised back, you can throw out your back. That's the reason why, if you use the principle of picking up a box, hands to the floor, bend the knees, shortening your legs, right? Reducing the weight and the work to your legs first. Then with that, lifting the spine, neutral spine, you're now using the muscles along the spine to support. Shift back toward the heels, reducing the weight to the front bodies, and then through the strength of your quads and a neutral spine to come up a lot safer. Okay, so this is how I recommend for people to come out of a standing forward bend to protect your lower back. All right, let's balance now. Stepping on the left foot, pick up the right knee, take the sole of the right foot to the inner left leg. Try to go above the knee joint if you can. If that is tough for you to balance because you have tight hips, then go below the knee joint. That makes it a lot easier. Then arms up and out in a wide position. All right? Keep the gaze at a fixed point to the floor, and that will help you to balance. All right? If higher up it's very difficult to balance, go below your knee joint. All right? So depending on what your goals are, sometimes stability is a better goal. Other times, fighting to get to the pose that you're looking for might be what you're looking for, right? So in this case, if you want an easier time to balance so you can strengthen that standing left leg in a much safer position and not sway and fight too much, then go below the knee joint. If you want to challenge yourself and you want to go a little higher, even if you're kind of swaying about a little bit, right? That could be kind of interesting in this pose because it's relatively safe for you to sway around here, right? So here is where if you want to fight a little harder, I will allow that because it's pretty safe to fight a little harder here. Whereas if you're taking an arm balance, I don't want you to fight too hard. That's a much more difficult thing to maintain and to sustain, so I don't recommend for you to fight too hard in arm balances. All right, let's start to break. Step the right foot back down and walk it out side to side. All right, second side. Stepping on the right foot, pick up the left knee. Open up the knee to the left side, grab that foot. Try to go above the knee joint if you can. Go below the knee joint if that works better for you, as you did on the first side. And this is what I mean about the balance between effort and ease. You need to make a decision of how hard you want to work and how easy you want to be in the pose. Right? So we want to work enough so that it's challenging us, it's pushing us to go further, right? But we don't want the work to be so hard that we're really fighting too hard, which then distresses our nervous system, right? So we want to find that quiet and that ease within every pose. All right, let's start to break. Step the left foot back down and walk it out side to side. All right, arms out to either side to balance. Stepping on the left foot, you're going to pick up the right foot and flex. We'll start low. Stay balancing on the left foot. Pick up the right foot a little higher. All right, so if you're on the wrong foot, it's okay. Stay as you are. We're going to be symmetrical. It doesn't matter. Stay on the same foot. You're already working there. We're going to work left and right, so it doesn't matter. And then if you have more mobility, lift even higher. If you have even more, lift higher to the point that you're not leaning back, but you're maybe getting to a horizontal line with your right leg. Right? It's harder than it seems. All right? Start to release and walk it out side to side. Right? Theoretically, what is so hard about lifting a foot, right? But it is hard depending on your flexibility, right? Face this side this time. All right, stepping on the right foot, arms out to either side to counterbalance. Gaze at any fixed point ahead of you. Then reach your other foot forward, flex your foot and lift. And we'll keep it low for a second, for a few breaths. Lift up a little higher. Lift up even higher. And now, as high as you can without leaning back. Now, you might notice one side is more mobile than the other, more range than the other, or easier or harder than the other side, right? So that's your asymmetry. We all have asymmetries. We have to make mental notes of where they are and then work more deliberately at trying to strengthen or make that side, the weaker side, more strong and the less flexible side more flexible. All right, starting to release and then walk it out side to side. All right, come to the front of the mat. Inhale, reach your arms forward, up and slightly back. Exhale, come forward, bending at the knees. Take the hands down and walk it back to down dog. Pigeon pose. Raise your left leg up first. Draw the left knee in, land that shin to the floor. So when you land the shin to the floor, you're in a pointed toe position. You're standing on top of the shin. Left thigh angles out to the side, 30 to 45 degrees, away from the center line. Then with your hands on the floor, inch your right knee further back so you can lower the hips. Go as far back as you can and lower as far down as you can. Then untuck the toes, walk your hands back, and lean the upper torso back, elongate through the spine. So you should feel like you're balancing on the shin. If you're very flexible, then the seat comes down. If you're not very flexible, your seat is off the floor. That's normal for most of us. But you do want the thigh to be angling away from you. You're actually balancing on a triangle. Good. Walk your hands forward once you're set. You can stay on your forearms, or you can make loose the hands and rest your forehead. I'll leave it up to you. If this is good enough, stay here and enjoy this pigeon. If you have variations you want to take, go ahead and take whatever you want. All right, your first one in years. All right. Okay. Good. Tuck the toes under, lift the knees. Walk it in as close as you can. Which leg is going up first? Whatever feels right. Good. Ah, almost there. Good. I'm right here for you. Yeah, you got that no problem. down, nice and slow. Good. Well done. Okay, when you're ready, gently walk your hands back in, tuck the right toes under, and press it back to the down dog, walking it out side to side. Right, so when you're in your pigeon, oftentimes, if you have poor circulation, your left thigh may feel some pins and needles or some numbness, right? So walking it out side to side will recirculate your blood. All right, come back to stillness and down dog second side. Raise your right leg up. Draw the right knee in, land the shin to the floor. So you're again in a pointed toe position. Land the shin to the floor as you point the right thigh 30 to 45 degrees off to your right side. Then with your hands supported, inch your left knee as far back as you can so you can lower your hips. Untuck the toes when you're ready. Then walk your hands back, elongate through the spine. Make sure that you feel level here. If you feel level here, you may not even use your hands to balance, right? If you're sitting on that one side, you might feel like you're falling off to the side, right? So it's really important for you to measure this out, that you feel balanced and level. And once you're set, then you can walk your forearms forward. You can stay in your forearms or rest your head to your hands. Suzanne, you want a second one? Okay. Only because since you didn't take a pigeon on the first side, let's do it 2 times. Good. All right, so as the rest of you are taking a pigeon, feel for that levelness in the pelvis, right? And you should feel nice stretched into your right glute. And depending on how you want to take this pigeon, how active you want to be, you can reach back actively through your left toes, or you can make it very relaxed and just let the weight get heavy. All right, let's finish up. Good. All righty, let's start to walk it back in. Tuck the left toes under, down dog. Walk it out side to side. All righty, when you're ready, walk your feet forward toward your hands and gently take the feet down. Extend the legs forward, and with your hands supporting, sliding your hands out, using that to help you support to lower onto your back. All right, and then recline twisting. Draw the left knee in, keep the right leg extended. Left arm out to a T position and twist to the right. So you're rolling to the outer right hip, outer right leg as you take the spinal twist. Now keep your left arm, left shoulder blade flat on the floor. So if you choose that leg in, take the arm to the floor. Roll to that side. Good. Keep your head down as well. And then you can take the hand on top of the leg and just gently encourage it to come down. Good. So you're going into rotation of your spine. All right. Take it back to center. Switch legs, switch arms, and twist to the other direction. So Evan, left arm down. Yeah, that's right. And then gently twisting. Good. Can you bend that knee a little bit more so you can draw the heel? Yeah, there you go. Relax that leg. Just encourage the rotation of the spine by gently pulling down. You don't have to pull hard. Just gently encourage the rotation. All right, take it back to center, hugging both knees in. And then step the feet to the floor, slide the legs forward, Shavasana, final relaxation. Let the feet separate, your toes are gently turning out. Arms alongside the body with the palms facing up, eyes are closed. Let everything go. Beginning to draw your breath back in, moving your fingers and your toes. Reach the arms overhead, stretching in opposite directions. And when you're ready, roll over to the right side and come up to a comfortable cross-legged position. And again, when you take your seat, let's take your non-dominant shin on top again so that you can use your non-dominant side a little bit more to even out. Then reconnecting to an even seat, a lengthy spine, shoulders broad, breath deep, and let the neck be free. Inhale for Om. Hands together in prayer, bowing forward, sealing in the practice. Come up. Namaste. Everyone just stay seated for a second. And thank you for sharing your practice with me. My name is Stephen Chang, coming to you live from 333 Grand in downtown Jersey City, New Jersey. Please visit my website, simhayoga.com, for the hybrid schedule, which is in person here at 333 Grand, as well as through Zoom. You can register for class through ubindi.com, and if you're watching this on YouTube, classes are $10, and you can pay through Venmo or PayPal. Payment information on the bottom of the video, as well as my website, simhayoga.com. Thank you again for joining me. See you next time.